everyone. I'm Ben, here with Alex. Thanks for joining the TeenLife virtual fair. Super excited to share a little bit about Venture Camp and entrepreneurship. So, um, Venture Camp is a summer entrepreneurship program where you'd explore entrepreneurship and business by launching a real business yourself in teams that tackles an important need and achieves users and even revenue. Um, so we love entrepreneurship, and ultimately, we believe entrepreneurship is one of the best ways to learn and experience. Uh, Entrepreneurship is ultimately the act of turning your idea into reality to solve a problem, to make an impact. And today, especially with all the great tools that are accessible, there's no bound to what high school students can create in the world. So our goal is to help students explore this domain by having the hands-on experience where you put your own local business, e-commerce product, online store, app, anything that you're passionate about, you'd be turning that into reality. And that's a really exciting experience. Um, so nowadays, a lot of other students are also creating their own apps, their own businesses, their own ideas. And at Venture Camp and our 4-week summer program this July, and it's a virtual boot camp, you can too. So briefly, just a little bit about us so you know who you'd be working very closely with. And we have a great mentor network that Alex is going to be talking about as well. So myself, I spent the past 4 years starting a healthcare technology company for children with autism. And the fun fact is I actually first got exposed to that area in high school when I was on a team that patented an autism wearable device, and we actually won $10,000 for our school, which is kind of wild to think about. And studied at Penn, business and computer science, and love helping others get into entrepreneurship. Alex is my fellow instructor at Venture Camp. He spent the past 6 years starting an AI natural language processing company, and he previously started a nonprofit that organized high school hackathons nationwide. So at Venture Camp, you take kind of interest in entrepreneurship, and you don't have to have ever started a business before. And we'd help you take that and turn that into real traction on a wide range of businesses and potential ideas. So you could tackle a need in healthcare, in education, a consumer product, something for your siblings, your parents, your friends. Truly, the range of ideas is super wide. And over the course of the 4 weeks, as Alex will share, you turn that into reality. And the ultimate outcome is by the end of the program, you'd have your own business as part of a team. You can continue it as independent study if you want to, but you'd have gone through the entire process end to end of starting a business. And these are just some of the ideas that kind of a past beta cohort has done, and kind of that you can imagine doing as part of the program. So now I'm going to pass it to Alex, who's going to share a little bit more about the details.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Yeah, so I mean, as Ben mentioned, the overarching goal of Venture Camp is to take to go from an idea to kind of a business with either revenue and or customers in 1 month. But what does that actually look like in practice? Basically, we split this over 4 weeks. We have daily curriculum lined up on all of the core lessons and know-how that go into starting a company. So for example, in week 1, we tackle topics around ideation, like coming up with and testing different business ideas. In week 2, we go through researching those ideas and building, the minimum viable product that you can, come up with around one of those use cases or challenges that people face. In week 3, we go through fundamentals on pricing and outreach and actually getting traction for the MVP that you built. And then finally, in week 4, we work on pitch decks for kind of the culmination of the program, which is Demo Day. And Demo Day is this opportunity to showcase your business that you came up with during Venture Camp to all of Venture Camp, the instructors, the mentors, and venture capitalists that we have join as well. It's time for you to show off kind of all the work that you put in over the 4 weeks and everything that you learned, and show us the business that you built. Also, over the course of venture camp, throughout the entire thing, you work extremely closely, not just with the other students and the instructors that are, part of venture camp, but also the mentors as well. So every week we have a different instructor teach certain areas of the curriculum that they're particularly knowledgeable about. So for example, Sunny on the screen here has extensive experience starting D2C companies, 2 past successful D2C companies, and he gives the lesson on reaching out to customers and doing customer interviews during week 2. We also have dedicated office hours several times a week, where students can use those office hours to ask questions that they have while starting their company. And all the students in the program get direct access to these mentors shown on the screen here and others that we have during the course of the program. So all of our mentors are all successful young entrepreneurs, past business leaders. Almost all of them have started companies in the past, some with successful exits like Ben and myself, others with experience at some of the top accelerator programs in the country like Y Combinator. And then, because they're young adults, pretty recently out of college as well, many of our mentors attended, universities, Ivy League schools, and are more than happy to offer any advice, outside of just launching companies as well, over the course of the program too. So if this is interesting to you and you're interested in applying to Venture Camp, our summer 2024 program runs virtually from July 1st to July 29th this summer. There's scheduled curriculum and activities every day between 12 and 3 Eastern during the program, and then unstructured opportunities outside of those windows to work together on ideas or businesses and with our mentors. And for those joining tonight on the TeenLife panel, we're actually offering participants in tonight's fair $900 off the tuition, which makes it $1,900 for the summer. And you can just mention in your application or use the code that's on the screen here, TeenLife, when you submit that application, and we'll see that and take that off the tuition. In terms of applying to Venture Camp, our applications are closing pretty soon here, April 30th. So you don't need a business or an existing idea in order to apply. All we really look for in the application is a passion for entrepreneurship, an eagerness to learn and kind of grow your own skills over the course of 4 weeks. And if that sounds interesting to you, you can apply today at venturecamp.org. And thanks so much for your time tonight, and we hope to see you this summer.